Alright, please know that one man's trash is gonna be another man's treasure, but one woman's trash is always gonna be another woman's trash.
Messaged me, he's like, we have to go on a date. And I was like, aren't you going to Jazz Fest all weekend? Like, aren't you in town for Jazz Fest? And I'm gonna like leave and take you on a date. And I was like, I just don't see that happening. In the beginning of the day, on Friday and Saturday, to meet up and then ghost, and then Sunday he did it again. And I'm just like, and like this boy also, let's preface, why are men such shit? And then proceeded to be shit. Listen to me in the beginning. False promises from a Hinge guy is like basically the lowest form of low. Like, if you want to go get a drink, let's go get a drink. If you don't, like, I don't want to talk to you.
Okay, so I recently had to stop dating because I realized that I'm actually batshit crazy. But it's not crazy in the way that, I would key your car. It's more so crazy in the sense that, like, I'm going to check your Instagram following every day. And if you're following new girls, I'm simultaneously going to detach myself from you. No, because, like, what do you mean we went on 3 dates and you're still following other girls? I'm sorry, but that's, like, sickening. And, like, I know we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but, like, what do you mean you didn't fall in love with me? I don't know. Like, that to me is like, And before any of you dusty, musty, crusty ass men ever come into my DMs and tell me that I'm acting insecure, I genuinely and wholeheartedly believe that a man that's on social media and taking the time out of his life to follow, DM, and find girls on social media is broke and not working on themselves. And no, it takes me 2 seconds to look at an Instagram following. It takes them however many hours to find these girls. Like, no, absolutely not. Ick, turned off. There is quite literally nothing worse than a man that's driven by lust. And since most men are in fact driven by lust, I have decided to kindly exit the dating scene. So until then, I'll just be a hot dog mom.
What if one day he pulls his head out of his butt and he's like, you're right, I want to step up. People, always say, oh, he's gonna come when you least expect it, and you need to just love yourself and take care of yourself. And it's like, trust me, I love myself.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women are crashing out as men move on to better options in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
These men will be like, I wish you the best. I'll always care about you. Trying to get you to say it back. You are the worst person I have ever met in my life. The most incompetent clown. And you want me to wish you the best? I'm somewhere between I don't wish ill on you because you need prayers and serious help, but I honestly don't wish you well.
Y'all never forget 2 exes in particular that I had, right? They told me the same spiel, like the song and dance of, you'll never find anybody better than me, and blah, 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 blah. And I did. I did. Time and time and time again. Better treatment, time and time and time again, right? Women can't see outside of themselves. They really can't. See, the reason why she's labeling this guy as incompetent, he's a loser, the worst guy she's ever met, is because whoever this is aimed at, he's able to move on. And in silence. No going back and forth, blocking, unblocking. You're the worst person ever, and how can I just get rid of you, and blah, 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 blah. Nope. Just moves on about his business. That's what stings the most. This is why I tell you guys, stop talking to a woman the moment that she's making it seem like, you're the worst option available. See, she doesn't have to say that. Her actions will tell you that. But in this situation, he's not kicking and screaming. He's moving on to better options, and she's got a problem with it. And he's operating with emotional intelligence. I wish you the best. I don't want any bad things to happen to you. I have no bad feelings towards you. I want the best for you. Still not good enough because he's not broken up about her. Let's get the next one.
Hey, and I'm gonna be the first bitch to admit that I'm a spoiled brat, and in reality, I didn't even want you. In reality, I wasn't even crashing out because I wanted you. I was crashing out because I couldn't have you. And I felt like, oh my gosh, how dare the world not give me what I want? But bro, live and let live, or whatever the fuck it says, whatever. I don't know. The point is, stop crashing out over shit. I look good. I feel good. And that's it. That's all there is to it.
You don't go back and forth with them. They don't get to end things on their terms. You respect yourself and you basically end things on your terms, and they don't like that. They don't like that. The world should give me what I want. Why isn't the world giving me what I want? See, just something as simple as you responding, getting emotional, going back and forth with them, that gives them power. When you don't do that, they're like, yo, I need a power source. So when I tell you guys, they act like you committed a robbery, it's because they can't feed from your energy anymore. So when guys go back and forth with themselves and they're like, did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? Should I have responded? Should I have tried harder? No. You did the right thing by respecting yourself. Always remember that. When you say, you know what? I don't have anything to prove here. Your actions will dictate that. When you feel as though you have something to prove, you'll continue to keep going back and forth with them. Don't do it. And the only reason why she's acting like, I'm cool, everything's good, I'm pretty, is because it's checkmate. There's no other move to make. He moved on. Let's get the next one.
I'ma say it louder for the bitches in the back. I don't need a daddy for my babies. I need a puppy for me, bitch. Like, yes, I have 2 kids. Chill. I mean, I can see where you could be stressed out, because 2, bitch, damn. It feels like 12. But they have a daddy. So chill. I need a daddy. They're fine. Me, on the other hand,
This chick is a mess, man. And I want guys to understand this, right? If a woman's ever saying like, oh, my kids have a father, they don't need that, that's not what I'm looking for, or whatever, I'm looking for somebody for me, and blah, blah, blah. It's all to sell themselves at a discount, to rope you in, to trap you. Don't buy that. It's garbage, it's nonsense. But you see how she's acting, right? I guarantee you she presents different when she's in front of people, but this is what she's really like. 2 kids feels like 12. Don't involve yourself in any of this nonsense. Move out of their way. Let's get the next one.
I'm purposefully not dating, but dating is still somehow finding its way into my life and pissing me off. Okay, so this past weekend, me and my friends were out at a bar. Mind you, I don't have dating apps anymore. I deleted them. I was kind of just doing my own thing. I literally said out loud, I don't want a boyfriend. I'm really not interested in guys right now. We go to a bar. We go up to a group of guys. We start talking to them, whatever. I really was not feeling a vibe from any of them, but I wasn't really looking for a vibe. Like, I was just looking to have fun. My friend ended up leaving and going home a little earlier than a couple other girls. And then one of the guys ends up getting my number from one of my friends that I was with. And he texted me like, hey, I met you at this bar last night. Do you want to go out on a date? And I was like, I thought he was cute at the bar. Was I trying to flirt with him or anything? No. I answered and I was like, sure. I mean, if you're going to text me and like go out of your way and ask me on a date, like, yeah, I'll go. Still don't really know what I'm looking for in relationships, but I wasn't out on Hinge like searching for this. He just asked me, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go. The date was supposed to be today. He texted me on Saturday and was like, does Monday work? And I was like, yeah, that works fine. Now it's Monday at 11. He like picked a place on Saturday, but he never set the time. He didn't text me till this morning, and he was just like making small talk. So now I'm confused, and I'm annoyed that I'm confused, because at my core, I don't really care if I go or not, but I want to know if I'm going or not. But I don't want to ask him if we're going or not. Does anybody understand that? I don't know if he's just being oblivious and he's not someone that dates a lot. But then I'm like, okay, well, someone that I would want to go on a date with would know to set the time and the place. I'm just like, why is this happening when I'm not even trying to have it happen? Do I ask him when we're meeting, or do I just let it go? Like, I have a day today that I want to get things done, and now this is in the back of my mind and it's pissing me off. And that's how I feel about dating right now. Like, I'm not even trying to date and it's still pissing me off.
You hear how she said, well, if you're going to text me and go out of your way to invite me on a date, sure. You don't want to date, but, you know, if he's going to do all of that. Do you hear this? This is why I tell you guys, don't put too much effort behind this, because this is actually how a lot of them think in their head. They think that these opportunities are going to keep coming around and coming around and coming around. Let me ask you a question. If you don't want a date, you don't want a boyfriend, you don't want anything like that, then what are you confused about? What is this confusion? What is it? She said, I'd like somebody the guy that I would like to go on a date with would do X, Y, and Z. But I thought you didn't want to go out on a date. So why would it make a difference whether he set up something or didn't set up something or text you back or didn't text you back? It's because the fear of missing out. It's because she doesn't know where she stands with him. And let's go back to the beginning. Oh, I thought he was cute. I tell you guys all the time, their standards will change. The way they view certain dudes will change. Everything is subject to change with them. But it's so funny that you don't want to date and this, that, and the third, but when an opportunity comes your way and now it's off the table, you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why does it matter? See, when you move on, this is what happens. And guys don't believe it. Guys don't believe it. They think that they have all these options. In this scenario, she found him cute. She's trying to play her game, but yeah, she wants to go out with him. She's telling herself all of this nonsense. He doesn't take her out. She doesn't know what's going on. Now she's wondering. But what I'm going to tell you is she wasn't getting on the good foot. She wasn't trying to apply pressure on this dude. And by apply pressure, I don't mean like being difficult, trying to get her way. She wasn't bringing what guys need for them to bring. So he said, okay, I'm going to move on to another option that's going to bring me better energy. She's thinking that she did nothing wrong. See, the guy who's asking her out has standards. And she can't live up to that standard. But she doesn't understand that men are actually operating with standards. They think that they're the only ones that are able to operate with standards. That's not how it's going. And that's why she's confused. Let's get the next one.
Men are so girly these days. Like, what do you think is going to happen if you like 3 of my posts in a row and then start hearting every story? Do you want me to chase you, baby girl? Like, what do you want? I'm not. And even if you DM me, I'm still going to not respond. But
this clip is funny because it's not even that deep, right? But if you show a woman love on social media, you like a couple pictures, you like her stories, this is what they think of you. So he's showing you love, right? But even if he DM'd you, you wouldn't respond anyway. Crazy. So what's the purpose of this video? I'll tell you what the purpose of that video is for. It's to prop herself up like she's some sort of celebrity. I got all these dudes on my body. Even if they DM me though, I'm not going to answer. Yeah, but you're posting this on the internet for the world to see, and you're just confirming that guys shouldn't chase women. They really shouldn't. Because I know that you would think like, well, damn, he's giving her too much attention. Okay. A guy is showing you love on social media. Maybe expecting it back. Maybe trying to go on a date with you. Maybe trying to fish for something. Fine. But at the beginning, all he's doing is showing you some love. And this is what you're thinking of him? Now, when guys don't chase them, something's wrong with them. A guy will get your Instagram, but then he won't like anything. He'll watch a story, but he won't do this and he won't do that. This dude's not afraid to show you some love, and this is how you look at him. You see, they got a bunch of these dudes too that like a bunch of pictures. They call them fans. I'm telling you, they call them fans. Like, you see any chick that's a regular looking chick, she takes photos and outfits, got a couple thousand followers, and you see all of these dudes that heart eye emoji them and, oh my god, you look so great today, babe, and all of this stuff. Would they give one of these guys a chance? Nah, no way. For what? He's a sucker. Let's get the next one.
I am so glad I am, getting my PhD and I didn't stop getting educated. But I am so envious of the people that are my age that have a family and kids. There's just something about the idea of having a husband that I really want that. And it makes me feel really sad and lonely that I don't have it. And this one might just be my own opinion, but I think the more educated you get as a female, the dating pool shrinks and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller in comparison to a man. The more educated and successful he gets, his dating pool just completely expands. But I find as an educated woman that men hate smart girls. I didn't struggle when I was younger to, date, but now I find it very, very hard to find somebody that, number one, wants to date me and that I also want to date. Like, yeah, career-wise, my life is going pretty good, but my dating life literally sucks. It is atrocious. And everybody's always like, well, just focus on yourself, you know, be happy by yourself, do all these things by yourself. And it's like, I am doing that, and I hate that I still feel bad. Like, I still really want somebody to share all my experiences with. And I think it's a really normal feeling, but the internet nowadays just makes you feel like, you know, you shouldn't want a man, but then I still want a man. And I'm like, am I the only person that feels this way? Like, feels lonely without a man? I also read like romance novels, and it makes me believe that like a Prince Charming is out there. So then when a new guy comes into my life, I still find myself being very optimistic, and then I just get like completely disappointed. It was like, oh, he didn't actually like me. He liked the idea of me. And then once he got to know me, he was like, yeah, I literally hate this girl. But it's like, fine. You know, I've decided I'm going to like freeze some eggs, because I also think one of the reasons I want a man so bad is because I really want to have kids and I want to be a mom. So I feel as if my period for finding a man to like have babies with is like closing, because I am in my late 20s now. So then I'm like, but if I froze my eggs, then maybe I can just like eliminate the, you know, process of like needing a man. But then that still makes me like sad, because it's like, you know, I want to be loved by a man. I don't know why. It's just, it feels biological. Maybe I'm just like deeply flawed and insecure and like need to work on myself. So like, I guess that's something I'm gonna try to figure out within the next year. No, if you guys agree with some of the things that I said, and if you, I don't know, relate or struggle as well, love y'all.
There's no problem with being educated, but the thing is, this type of chick, bro, she's never gonna stop letting you know how educated she is. Guys are moving on from that. They're moving out of her way. I'm telling you right now, she says something in here, maybe I'm flawed and I have insecurities, or I'm insecure. And that's what it is too, because smart people, they're very silent with their confidence. They don't have to beat on their chest or tell people, I do this or I have this. And no, they don't have to do that to get their point across. And smart people also listen a lot more than they speak. They observe a lot. Like, they could give game and drop gems, but a lot of times they absorb the game. They soak up a lot of game. She's the type of person who talks more than she listens. So that's why she's single. See, they think just because guys want to smash them, right, that it's the same as a guy offering them forever, commitment, security. Nah. So they think, I'm educated, I have this, I pay all my own stuff. Why don't I have a guy? Guys don't value that. Because guys got to have that for themselves. And she's talking about, oh, I'm going to freeze my eggs because I do want to have kids. And you know, it's funny that we've come so far that women are apologizing. Or they feel the need to always say like this disclaimer before they say, basically, I'm a woman and I want these things that a woman wants. The problem is that women like this are difficult. Women who are not difficult, they're not out here single. They're not. Getting into a relationship is easy. When you're looking for a person, right, who you can say, I like this person for this person, not what they have, not what they do, and all of this stuff, it's easy to find somebody. They call that settling. Okay. Let it be that. She's going to keep lying to herself, and that doesn't do anything for you. This is why I tell guys, don't lie to yourself. Don't be like them. You are him. They are them. It's just that simple. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Can any guy answer this question? How can you spend such emotional, like, bonding, truly memory making, like, I'm not describing it well because it's like I'm still processing it, and I think I will be for a long time. Clearly it's done a number on me, but this individual has been in and out of my life, their choice, not mine, for a year plus now. And when they're in my life, it's amazing. It's basically, it feels as though we're like engaged, like we're married. Like, it feels so close, so emotional, so like almost romantic, emotive, like just powerful and promising. And then out of sight, out of mind. Poof, that person is gone. Like, cannot be reached. Like, I feel like we both have, like, disappeared, vanished into the night. And then all of a sudden, like, one fine day, randomly 2 months later or weeks later or whatever, could be anytime, that individual will decide they want to pop back in or vice versa. And I'm just like, how? Like, I physically, as a female, I don't know if it's a gender thing, I don't know, but like, I could never do that to someone. I'm just very, I guess, succinct. Like, you're either in or you're out. And I know, like, I'm gonna read the comments. Like, I am so genuinely curious of the male, like, brain of how this out of sight, out of mind, like, how you can compartmentalize women, I guess. Like, clearly he must have, like, another family and kids in, like, Tampa or, like, another city. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe, like, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of mean guys, because there's a lot of mean guys on this page that's commenting on my stuff. Go in the comments, go off, guys. Like, you're gonna say he's just not that into you. Clearly, I know he's not that into me. He's not here. Like, I know. But I just want to know, like, how is that scientifically possible to just, like, have different folders and sections for people? Like, it's, I'm just such an empath, and my heart is so big to such a fault that I love ya forever. Like, I love hard. Like, I will always care for this individual despite all of this insane BS that they put me through. And my girlfriends, and they'll look at this video, like, they'll tell me literally almost every day, stop, like, leave this individual alone. And I have, like, this person is basically blocked. I should block them, but I just don't get it. How is it possible?